Rapterra is a B&M Wing Coaster at Kings Dominion in Doswell, Virginia, and is the main attraction for the Jungle Expedition land of the park. It is the second launched wing coaster in North America after Thunderbird at Holiday World, and is the fastest wing coaster in North America, and the second fastest in the world with a top speed of 65 miles per hour. This is number 5 in my rankings as of early April of 2026. I haven't been on many coasters, okay? Don't judge me. I also have 3 rides on this coaster as of April 2026, so I think I have a feel for the layout of the coaster. In this video, I will go over the history of the ride so far, the ride itself, and like any other review, I will tell you what I think about it. Before we get to that, please subscribe to Hangtime Studios, or at least leave a like and or write a comment. Now, enjoy the video. Kings Dominion was owned by Paramount from 1993 to 2006. During this time, they hired the roller coaster manufacturer Intamin to build what would basically be Wicked Twister at Cedar Point. What a full circuit roller coaster. So basically Intamin's version of the B&M inverted coaster. Named Volcano the Blast Coaster, this Intamin custom prototype suspended catapult coaster opened in 1998 and from the start was plagued with maintenance issues. However, it was a success and was one of the most popular rides in the park since it was perfect for marketing, being the first ever launched inverted coaster. You would be launched out of the volcano that the station was inside of and go through the rest of the layout outside. And while in my opinion it kind of looks like an eyesore, it caught people's attention. It was very popular. Then, Cedar Fair announced that they would be closing Volcano permanently, and just like they said, closed in 2018. The coaster was demolished along with the volcano itself. In the plot of land, it was sat on empty for several years. In 2024, Cedar Fair finally announced Volcano's replacement, a launched B&M Wing Coaster that would be, quote, the must-do ride at Kings Dominion. It would feature a 145-foot tall wingover element, a dive loop, corkscrew, and the coaster's signature element, the Raptor roll. The ride then opened on Kings Dominion's opening day in 2025 with media previews on March 20th. And now for the ride experience! You enter the queue, take a right, and go through the little alleyway-like area. I don't know what you would call it. Look to your right and see some great theming for a Six Flags park. There's some Easter eggs for Volcano and some background information on the story behind the ride. That's a great segue. To the plot! You are at the ancient ruins of the Jungle Hawk, and on this ride, you become one with the Jungle Hawk, or something like that. And the station is the main area for the archaeologists, because this is a dig site. I think that was an example of where Kings Dominion kind of like ran out of budget. It was kind of close to being like over budget, because the station really lacks theming and looks like even though it from a theming sense, it does look like an archaeologist, but it looks like Kings Dominion ran out of money for theming, but it's still fine. Anyways, you then go through a bunch of switch packs, assuming you have to wait a while, and you usually do. In the center of it all, there is the ruins. There is a crater with actual rubble from the volcano. I'm not joking. While all of this is happening, you can look at that launch track and see the trains launching onto that 145-foot wingover. At one of the parts of the temple, you pick a side to get on the train, since you can't just walk across the train to get to the other side. Then you get on the train and pull down your B&M vest restraint. I haven't had any problems with it, but you don't need to go scouring over the internet for 10 hours looking for someone who hates it. Once the train is dispatched, you will take a right turn and go through a very punchy rolling launch. On my first ride, it really caught me off guard, because it does not look like that when you're on. Then you go through your first element, the 145-foot tall wingover. It's very good. You'll go down, and then you'll rise up and twist upside down for the second element of the dive loop. Then once you're back to the ground, you'll immediately rise up and bank to the left, snap to the right, then rise down, turn to the left, and rise up in a helix. And once you are finally turned around, back to the left, kind of like a wave turn, then you'll snap to the right and keep turning until you go into a corkscrew. Then you'll unbank and go into an airtime hill that will give you a tiny pop of airtime, and then go into the final element, the signature Raptor roll. It's so drawn out, and you get a lot of hang time. Then you take a right turn and enter the break room. Now here's my review. I think it's a solid coaster and a great fit for King's Dominion, and it is really fun. However, it's very short, and like other newer B&Ms, it has a rattle. It has been nicknamed Bounce-terra by some people. The only time I've noticed it is during the launch, and it's just a bounce, and for the rest of the ride, I don't notice it. And the problem I have is I think it should have had a near-miss element, like on other B&M Wing Coasters. I think that's something that this was lacking. But either way, I highly recommend you go to King's Dominion to experience this. Now I will give my final score. Because everyone does it out of 10, I'm going to do it with a percentage like Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to give it an 85% rating for my inaugural review video. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe to Hangtime Studios for more roller coaster content, and if you're not going to, please at least drop a like and write a comment. See you in the next video.